Hi everyone, it's Angelo. It was great to meet you all at PrimalCon. I made a short video here to help you remember some of the movements that we did during the weekend, and you can practice them on your own if you choose. These movements can be helpful in the morning or anytime really to help prime the pump of our circulation, our blood and lymph throughout our body, but also to build more extensibility in our muscles, tendons, and ligaments and fascia to allow our bodies the ability to move more freely. You can also be creative with these movements and take any movement that you do in your sport or activity and just break it down, and you can use the three principles that I had mentioned in applying these movements: slow, steady, flow. And by moving slowly and keeping steady and balance in our relation to gravity and trying to move with more fluidity, we're helping to create more body awareness and control of our body, which is important in any movement that we do in our lives. So hope you enjoy these. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and take care.
Alright, so the first movement we're going to do are hip circles. We're going to put the middle of our palms on the side of our hips and move our hips slowly in a circle. You can think of using your feet pushing gently against the ground to create the circle, and that's going to engage the hip muscles, the muscles around our hips a little bit more. And then we're going to do knee circles, bringing the knees together, and we're going to bend down a few times. As far as you can comfortably go, this is going to help reseat our menisci in their optimal position. And then we're going to slowly circle our knees. You also want to go both directions when you do these movements. Next, we're going to step out wide and bend our elbows and do circles for our shoulders. Basically, our elbows are going to draw circles, but you want to think of using your body, not just your arms. So think of your arms starting from your waist and start to draw a bigger and bigger circle, relaxing your arms. And then as you draw a bigger circle, you can think of your arms starting from your feet and pushing off the ground. Let that force come through your body and up through your arms. Next, we're going to do a squat push-up movement. It's going to look a little funny, but it's going to work a lot of muscles here throughout our body. So basically, hands on knees, you're going to squat down, push with your feet and your hands on your knees as you come up. Give you a side view here. You can see that my back pretty much stays fairly straight throughout the movement. And when you come up, you want to keep pressing on the knees, reach your hips back and your head forward. Next, we're going to do sort of a reach towards the toes. If you don't have something to prop your foot up against, you can keep your foot on the ground and do this movement. Having your foot propped is typically will be a little bit easier for some people to keep balance. And then you can add a variation to where you reach down and then turn, look at your fingertips reaching towards the sky. It's going to bring extensibility to the hamstrings, the back, and these muscles on the side of the body. Next, we're going to step out wide, bring our hips back a little bit, shift our weight to one side, come back up, and again, shift our hips back, come to the other side. Okay, after doing that a few times, if it gets a little bit easy, you can step out a little bit wider and do the same thing. Okay, so again, be slow, be deliberate, stay in control. This is going to build extensibility in the adductors. Then we can add our arms into the mix here, touching the opposite shoulder as you reach down to one side. And then you could add another variation to where you touch the opposite shoulder, reach down, and then as you come up, you're going to reach the arms up and come down to the other side. You kind of want to time this to where you touch your shoulder and ankle and get to the end range at the same time. And then when you come up, make sure your arms are extended and your leg is extended at the same time. Come down to the other side. You can definitely try doing this a little bit slower than I'm doing it here. Next, we're going to step out wide again, bend our knees a little bit, and that's going to provide a stable base for us to do a body circle. So basically, hands on the hips, you're going to shift your body to one side, circle it forward and down and to the other side. As you make a bigger and bigger circle, you may notice that your head may get a little bit lower and your weight will start to shift from one side to the other. And then we're going to do a sort of drawing the sword movement where we're going to bend our elbow, reach down to one side, and extend our legs and our body and our arms skyward. You could even kind of turn towards the back a little bit to get a little bit further extension in this diagonal pattern behind our back here. Again, you can try to do this a little slower than I'm doing it. Next, we're going to do a modified burpee. It's just going to be a slowed down version where we're going to slowly come down, bring our hands in front of our toes, step one foot back and then the other, step one foot forward and then the other, slowly stand back up. And then we're going to alternate. So the other foot's going to step back first and then step back forward first and stand back up. It's going to work your hip flexors, your back, your arms, your hands. So another good all-body movement. Next we're going to do what they call in yoga upward and downward dog. Maybe a little bit different. Here my legs are in a wide stance. You can vary the width there. But as I'm coming up, my hips, I'm kind of trying to reach them back and up, and as I'm coming forward, rather than thinking of arching the back, I'm trying to lift or push my head up towards the sky. So don't think of compressing or arching your back, think of reaching to the sky. Next, this is going to challenge your balance. We're going to come down, hands on the knees, bring one arm forward, reach back. You can kind of gently keep your foot touching the floor to keep you stable, just so you can get the feel of what we're going to do next. Is lift the leg off the ground. Standing leg, again, you can keep that bent for now, and if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can lift and then start to straighten that standing leg. Keep control, reach, lengthen your legs and arms, and slowly control, come down. So you don't want to just flop down. You want to be deliberate and controlled again. Reach, extend your limbs, and slowly control coming down.